Over the course of this semester, we have read an incredible range of texts from a variety of different time periods. Each one of these texts has been from a different area of the world and has given us insight into different cultures and lifestyles. Many of these stories are unique by being either pioneers of the genre or by reciting ancient wisdom and lessons. Two of the pieces that I believed were particularly captivating were Goethe's Faust and Pushkin's Queen of Spades. Both of these texts follow men who try to cheat the ordinary. Both of them follow unnatural paths to gain knowledge. In both their unique ways, they demonstrate the temptations of trying to cheat fate and its price. The Queen of Spades explores many powerful themes, such as struggling with gambling addictions and obsession with knowledge. The story is set around a man who learns about magic 3 cards and his supernatural experience finding their identity, and what happens when he finally gets them. I found it particularly interesting how they depicted the entrancement to gambling. The main character, Herman, is a smart, cautious man who doesn't believe in gambling. However, when he learns about the Countess's magic cards, he becomes captivated with the idea of gambling and says, "What if she should tell me the names of those 3 winning cards? Why not try my luck?" Pushkin uses a rhetorical question here to emphasize Herman's transformation from logic to chance. He is able to capture the moment where Herman mentally does a 180, switching from someone who won't pick up cards to wanting to gamble. This is interesting as it shows the creation of the gambling addiction. With the opportunity of making money, Herman feels pulled to gamble as he isn't able to see the considerable risk associated with it, even if he gets the magic cards. I think this speaks past just Herman and can be applied in the present day and throughout history. This mindset that Herman adopts is similar to the concept of the gambler's fallacy, which is people's bias to incorrectly believe that past independent events influence future ones, which leads to irrational predictions. People gamble because they think they are lucky or special, or they believe that they have an edge on the competition. However, in most cases, they don't, and are simply blinded by the opportunity to make money and fail to see risks associated with them. Herman falls victim to this and convinces himself that his success is guaranteed, just because he has some magical cards. But in reality, he is ignoring the risks of the game. The price of the obsession to tip the balance of luck is also clearly shown with Herman's mental state chasing and losing the cards. When he is trying to obtain the cards, he is so fixated on getting them that he waits for the Countess in her bedroom and then pulls a pistol on the old lady, just to get her to tell him. The existence of the cards is enough to cause Herman to do incredibly heinous acts just to have the chance at the cards. Then after Herman gets the cards and loses the bet, he descends into madness, and the cards become the only thing he can fixate on. Goethe shows this idea in a similar yet slightly different way. It focuses more on Faust's obsession over intellectual abilities and happiness, but is ultimately an obsession for knowledge similar to Pushkin. In the beginning of Faust, one of the reasons Faust makes a deal with the devil is that he doesn't feel fulfilled with the array of knowledge that he has acquired. He says, "I'm smarter than all the shysters, the doctors, and teachers, and scribes, and Christers, but therefore I also lack all delight." In this line, Goethe uses a paradox contrasting Faust's intelligence and his unfulfillment in life, which highlights the dilemma that he faces. One would typically assume that with vast knowledge and mastery of skill, that one would find wholeness, but that is not true with Faust. Goethe uses this in order to highlight the dilemma that forces Faust to seek unnatural means to find purpose. I found this excerpt interesting because it warns the reader of the risks of obsession. Faust obsesses over obtaining knowledge and is never truly fulfilled by this, so he seeks other ways to find satisfaction. This unnatural way to find satisfaction tears through Faust's life, destroying the girl he likes' life and all the people she loved, as well as causing a great decline in his emotional and mental state. The obsession that Faust faces is seen in the present day. Countless people obsess over wealth, power, and fame. However, after achieving these things, they find themselves incomplete. Similar to Faust, these people tend to become helpless and desperate and end up doing unconventional things to try to get a chance to achieve this wealth. The Queen of Spades and Faust both warn of the dangers of obsession. Hermann is consumed with finding the secrets of the winning card, just as Faust is consumed with the desire for ultimate contentment. While Faust seeks ultimate intellectual satisfaction, Hermann is consumed by greed and desire for power over fate. Both texts warn about consuming power of obsession and the pursuit for greed and power. By trying to surpass these human limits in order to fulfill their obsessions leads to the destruction of themselves and the people around them. Hermann and Faust both go beyond what is natural in the pursuit of greed and knowledge, and they both pay the price for their foolishness. Hermann descends into madness, while Faust loses his emotional and mental state.